This is a lot of work for a
Oh
plus one
my
Mario.
god.
What are you doing? I hope you max her out.
Speed
So
plus
it's
3.
worthwhile.
Cheap.
I'm like really confused.
Wow.
This is such a huge
More
commitment.
flowers,
more merges.
Yeah,
Attack
more
speed
merges.
bond on seal is my suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine being adjacent.
See,
Yeah,
here's the problem, bonus silver. You don't want to be buffing your healer to attack, because that means you're not healing. So
I mean, what you want implies you're probably not going to be healing all the time.
yeah, but then why do you need bonus doubler?
Because that would be 52 attack with joint hone.
Just 50.
Yeah.
Oh, you killed Leon for that. Boy.
Oh no.
Boy.
I do not suggest bonus doubler on characters that are healers, because it takes setup, which doesn't really make sense.
Bold move to get rid of Leon in general, but still.
Wait, how are you sure this is Leon that died?
He just said.
Oh no, never mind. It's right here, anyways.
There it is.
Oh come on! Why? In what universe did you value bonus? Why? In what
Because
universe is
joint
bonus
hone
doubler
attack.
worth a Leon?
Joint hone attack bonus doubler. It's a build that I would never do on Marito. Let alone a Maria that isn't even done.
Yeah, no kidding. Like,
If you really want to be devoted here, at least get that plus 10. Come on.
At least get
Yeah,
to 5
the-
flowers. You could get 10.
Okay.
the skills and the combination of skills is functional.
Very.
The fact that you're doing this on Maria is just
I don't know.
It
What do
can
you
work.
What do
It-
you
it
like
can
about her
work.
so much? I like Maria when
I-
I play Shadow Dragon. I didn't even think that much of her though. She wasn't notable at all.
But if
Yeah.
you're just building Macedon.
I suppose.
He said he also killed Little Sheeta, so I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm supposed to
that's-
say.
That explains.
That's
Oh, come on.
Yeah, young Sheeta
You're
for
gonna kill her
joint
from
hone
not
attack.
distant counter.
This is
Whatever.
painful, man. I can't give you a suggestion. I don't even know what you're trying to do anymore. Are you just trying to kill all the good heroes for Maria?
This is, somebody in the chat said that this is just a shit post.
Oh, well, that makes some
Well,
sense. Noblest of Nobles, Ferdinand. A plus res 1, plus 5, 49 HP, plus, you max his flowers out. 49 HP, 49 attack, 38 speed, 37 defense, 31 res. Rider's Bane, reposition Glimmer, speed res form, drag back, rouse speed, defense 3, and sturdy blow. This is super weird. What is this?
why would you fire bless? Why would you fire bless if
Guard.
you could use drag back?
Edelgard.
I think it's because he's
But
hot
still, why would
fire.
you use? Okay, if you're gonna pair him with Edelgard, but still, why would you ever use drag back?
I gotta read
Teaming,
what he said.
It's really just the thing.
Okay, what did Strone say? Strone says, want to do a simple show off and review my build? What am I supposed to be reviewing? This is the weirdest thing. I guess if you fight cabs, you'll win.
Wait, who is Speed Res form from again?
Speed res form is from Wrath. It's not that bad.
All right.
And he comes with
Yeah,
rouse
and-
speed defense. Or wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a surprisingly competent Ferdinand as far as like just staying alive.
I mean,
Oh,
this is the second Ferdinand I've ever seen, so I'll agree. Alright. But yeah, 37-31 is really solid. He has 38 speed. So speed res form, you can get up to 7 more on both. So potential 45, 44. Rouse speed defense with speed res form. This is so weird. I guess you could make it work. And sturdy blow.
The biggest thing about
Yeah.
form and rouse is that, well, rouse requires you to be separated by at least one space.
Mm-hmm.
Form requires you to be within 2 spaces.
It's possible. I
can
know.
still get the
somewhat
benefit from
over, but
both
not
at the
in my
same
heart.
time.
9,080,746,562.
All right, tonic juice. I'll check it out as well. But yeah, I don't really know how to suggest for this because I've never seen anyone use Rider's Bane. I swear, I've never seen anyone use Rider's Bane.
It's not. I don't know what you're exactly worried about. That
I don't even know what you're trying to
think,
do.
like, what are you
I think it's a
targeting?
reference. I think it's a reference to one of the arts that he learns in Three Houses.
I guess if you're being
Night
referential.
Healer.
Yeah, if you're being referential,
if this is a reference build, cool.
I'm all for it. I think it's weird.
Especially with the flame, especially with the fire blessing, meaning okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're with
matching up
Edelgard.
with legendary Edelgard.
Of course,
Because
you can't.
Ferdinand is in the Black Eagle's house.
You gotta have a full Black Eagles Fire Blast team. It's obligatory. It's kind of a weird.
Might as well be.
I will say.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, it's not practical, but I mean, realistically, all you could do to make this more practical, if you're not being a meme, you slap Bonfire, maybe choose a phase instead of Sturdy Blow. I meant like go enemy phase.
Yeah, Bonfire, yeah.
And-
It's that.
Weapon can be whatever you want, but Rider's Bane's probably not helping much. Otherwise, fan of this very referential build, even if I don't fully get it.
I don't understand what I'm looking at, so I'm just gonna move on. Alright, here's Michelle. Fishy Bow, Brazen Attack Speed, Vantage, Ward Cav, Brazen Attack Speed. Wow, this is nostalgic. We talked about this, like...
Ooh.
Wait a second, no we did not talk about this. You replaced his
What?
bow with Fishy Bow. Oh my god. Okay, so Fishy Bow is Desperation in the bow, but his base bow.
Hey.
Big Catch Bow. Yeah, Big Catch Bow is the one that. Is it the one that exploits penalties?
It is.
It doesn't inflict penalties. It grants
It
him
exploits
attack
them.
speed plus 5. Yeah. So
Okay,
Yeah.
I actually can get behind Big Catch.
This
Big Catch,
is-
Fishy Bow.
this is actually really nice.
You could say what you want about Vantage, but this is great.
Usually
I
we
mean,
see
once
this-
you're
Mhm.
once you're in Vantage range, you're already in Brazen range, and so that means an additional 16 attack.
Yes.
And what now? An extra 17 speed?
16 attack,
Yeah.
17 speed. So he's just slotting them when he attacks, and he will get a first shot off if they counterattack at range.
Yeah, so that's what now? 64 attack? You could probably actually do Vantage, so I'm not against that.
I'm just surprised because usually you see
I
this
would
on Halloween. Well, Gordon,
Huh?
Rolf, which one is it?
Oh
Halloween.
yeah, Rolf.
Well, Rolf. God damn. You usually see on Halloween Rolf though, but that's the only thing. I would have done it on him instead, but I understand
I
you
mean,
got plus
yeah.
speed here, so it also kind of makes sense.
If you like Walt, too many green hair archers. If
Yeah.
you like Walt, then totally can understand the commitment here.
Right.
Obviously, Fury range is going to be a little hard. I mean, not Fury. Desperation, Brazen range might be a little hard to hit at 27-18 bulk. Gotta
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
You have to get
But
there yourself.
With blessings and the fact that there's bolt tower, lightning traps you can exploit, I don't think it's that terrible. Combine that with a couple peonies and some dancers, I could see this easily sweeping an entire composition.
Right. I could see it too.
This is nasty.
Easily.
This all just comes down to how to get into Vantage Desperation percentage, but once you're there, it's all over.
Yeah. I will say that I would probably not actually do this, but if you really are worried about Vantage range, Desperation range rather, then you could run Lull Attack defense to stretch out his bulk a little bit and improve his offenses.
Yeah, but that without Vantage, this isn't. He just becomes an offensive archer, which there are plenty of.
Yeah. If you're going to go full offensive, then Lull Attack defense is a very good option here. But I actually kind of like Vantage.
Yeah, I kind of like Vantage too. Anyways, this is really interesting. It's been forever since I've seen Fishy Bow.
It's
Seriously.
been forever since I've seen Brazen 4.
At what point are they gonna like release Fishy Bow for like normal heroes? Like 5-star locked
probably
hero
never.
plus normal heroes. Oh,
Probably
maybe. But yeah, Fishy
They
Bow.
don't release most seasonal weapons as actual weapons.
Well, they've gone through
Melancholy
quite a
is
few of those, yeah.
Very
Melancholy
is a
and
very
Gardax.
strange case.
And Countlight, or
Yeah,
yeah.
but all the staves are staves, but
Yeah.
the majority of them don't, so I'm not too confident Fishy Bow, being that it's just a regular skill. That said, I wouldn't be surprised if Takumi hit the manual shop.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a better one. All right, anyways, Fishy Bow, it's really, really good, and this is an interesting combination. I'm just surprised you picked Volt for it, but I totally believe in this build. Okay, Salt Blue with this godlike Ursula. Wow.
That is a fallen Ike killer.
This is so
That's really
specific.
the only way to say it.
Yes. By the way, when we were reviewing Fallen Ike, people were like, should you use Swordbreaker again? I remember reading a few comments like that. I was just like, should you? Should you? Because he has DC, so...
Yeah, he does, and he doesn't have a way to avoid Swordbreaker unless you get rid of Repel.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, you're right. This is actually the Fallen Ike killer if you use Ursula. One, because unless he runs something that nullifies the penalties as well, unlikely, most of them are not doing that, then the Blue Crow Tome with the debuffs on him would do so much more damage. But on an off chance that there are no debuffs on him, that Swordbreaker comes into play, or there are not enough debuffs on him. Swordbreaker comes in play and gets her 2 shots off at 55 attack. And she's pretty quick too, 44, 50. She could reach 57 speed. Wow.
Somebody really wasn't a fan of Ike.
Yeah, someone
just wants Ike gone.
Now, I don't think this is necessary long term because I don't even know how many people have like deployed Fallen Ikes yet. But it'll be remains to be seen if Swordbreaker is necessary again. I haven't seen breaker skills be necessary in quite a long time, but I understand it.
The fact that breaker skills have the potential to actually be relevant again is
breakers have
really
always
funny.
had potential to be relevant, unless there's no follow-up. But breakers are always there if you really just want that unit dead.
Breakers are more useful for people in Arena Assault, is what I would say. It's just like those heroes that you don't have that aren't that good. You give them a breaker skill, they're gonna do something. Okay, for those who are
sieges as well.
Huh? Oh yeah, Roker Sieges as well, yeah.
Roker Sieges maybe, but
yeah,
slow.
Roker Sieges gets a bit weird with the HP threshold things. But for those who are wondering why she still needs so much speed, always remember Ike's using Repel, so he's reducing. If he outspeeds his opponent by 10, he's reducing damage by 40%. That's the reason why Darting Blow, Odd Speed Wave, and Attack Speed Push are all here, to take away that Repel of his, so she can actually do like actual damage, like full damage to him. But yeah, that's your Fallen Ike killer. A very interesting Fallen Ike killer. Young Marth from Honor Medals. Young Marth. I love the fact that he's just glowing when his face is already glowing with that gorgeous smile of his.
Shiny.
Legacy hero Marth, 40 plus 5, 2 flowers, plus attack variant, so 44 HP, 58 attack, 42 speed, 34 defense, 28 res. Distant Foil Wrath is the combination here. Speed, defense, oath, of course, that's what he comes with, and Swift Sparrow. My only issue with Swift Sparrow is you're like kind of stuck between 2 phases here with Distant Foil and Swift Sparrow, so I would double down on one instead. That said, I wouldn't be so worried about Marth attacking, because you get to select your targets, and often enough, you just select armored heroes, and you'll beat them straight up. And if you have to wait, once you get hit, you can wait for Hero's Blood, so you can just nuke heroes instead. So rather, I would change the seal. Other than that, Distant Foil is a pretty good A skill for him, though I personally still prefer DC, just because his res isn't terrible, and because he gets Vantage instantly anyways, it's not so bad to fight range heroes, even with lower res.
If you're on the arena meta, then you still might have to worry about some mages like Julia, which you could technically kill. But considering that you were taking Wrath with it, pretty solid inherit. I think you can actually make that work pretty well. But if I were to change anything, I'd probably just do like
guys, please
stance seal.
Stop this. Why do you need both? You don't. I keep seeing close counters with close foils and distant counters with distant foils. Just make up your mind ahead of time and save it.
Didn't want to kill Astrum for Wrath, so kill Arinka for it, I guess.
Arinka's better.
Yeah. You didn't even learn shield defense.
I just got DC for him. Oh, come on. You should have waited then.
Patience is a virtue.
Patience is a virtue, yeah. See, for me, I always hold my fodder at my heroes. Like, I wouldn't... For me, personally, I wouldn't go that far for a hero until I, like, max them out, or until I know, like, this is the extent I'm going for them, right? For contributions towards Marth, that's a hero I'm plus 10ing, so I'm not even, like, putting a build on him until I
Hopefully.
plus 10 him. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's likely to happen, but hopefully. I will just say his best build is still Distant Counter, Special Spiral, just for Hero's Blood spamming. In respect of just killing mages in one shot, he has a very good chance of doing so, which is why it's such a potent combination.
Yeah. DC Wrath isn't a bad option if you're worried a little more about damage, because it'll become one cooldown with Hero's Blood and Wrath and Vantage synergize. So if you actually if you run Times Pulse, then you could, if you're not like doing multiple combats per turn, just do one Vantage Wrath procs Hero's Blood per turn.
That is also a combination, yeah.
Get a much better sweep.
Yeah, Wrath Hero's Blood is a very good alternative as well, though, just because you could just wait for Hero's Blood to get triggered anyways, so it's not that big of a difference, or that big of a deal. And you'll technically do more damage, because Wrath will add damage to Hero's Blood. So this is actually better if you can afford to wait.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that I'd probably say Times Pulse, and now that you have it, DC.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And your bond can go turn into attack defense bond or attack speed bond. That's about it.
Or stance if you're fully enemy.
Oh yeah, if you want to, or a stance. Those are all your options. Okay, Cadria from Trimo 945. DC. Okay, 40 plus 10, 3 flaws, 49 HP, 51 attack, 42 speed, 34 defense, 32 res, White Wing Lance, res refine. Ooh, I'm not sure about that.
Nope.
Rally attack.
That's all I have to say.
Luna, DC, QR, guidance, and close defense. Now, technically, yes, Luna, because a White Wing Lance is essentially just being used as a supercharged Slaying Lance. And then that Luna drops a 2 cooldown. So the idea is they attack, Cadria counterattacks, and then the third hit is a Luna, and that should be the kill. Yeah, with QR. So the entire point of the speed is just to create a 1-to-1 match. A 1-to-1, you can only get hit once, and then the QR with Luna finishes him off. I'm not so sure, man. I'm just not so sure. You didn't. Wow. Okay.
Thanks, I hate it.
Look, there's no special refine. You just straight up went for it.
There is not much I can say.
This feels like a very incoherent build. Gao in the chat, Legendary Edelgard is back on Legendary Focus at the end of July with Thracer.
That's not too bad.
That's not so bad. Okay, I'll just say, I know this works. The only problem is I hate running DC on flyers just because they get screwed over by arrows. But even if you're not fighting a hero that's shooting arrows at you, 34 defense, 33 res, you're going to get knocked out QR very quickly. Whatever does fight you will probably die. It's just afterwards. I mean, if you run her with a healer and you run her with a Fire Emblem team, I think she'll be fine. It's just she needs a lot of support to work. And whereas if you just do White Wing Lance, the special refine, yes, she still needs support to work, but she shines so brightly. Like, she's one of the better flying Gale Force heroes.
Distant defense, maybe soul. I don't even know what you're doing with that rally. I'm in pain.
This build feels confused.
Yeah, Cadria should be an offensive hero, in my opinion.
This
works. I know it works, but it's stretching it. It's like not her potential either, which is the unfortunate part.
There are probably lance flyers that are just strictly better for this with a regular slaying lance. If you really like Cadria and you want to be different, okay, you got a pretty
done
good
it.
build here. Soul,
definitely. Never seen
distant
this before.
defense. Otherwise,
yeah,
I'm sorry. No.
The problem with Soul is 51 times 2 might not kill. That's the only issue. But I understand otherwise you're gonna get knocked out of QR, which is also an issue. So you're stuck between 2 issues. I hope your support behind this Cadria is there, because she needs the hones, she needs the fortify, she needs the goads, and she needs healing. But yeah, that's a lot of work just to run Cadria. If it's worth it to you, there's nothing I can say about it.
Yeah.
And I really like Cadria too. It's just the most common agreed best build for is, a flying Gale Force build. But yeah. I respect it. I respect it. It's just surprising. He says spring's not over for him. Makes sense because you're using Veronica.
It's not.
Wait, chill attack res. Who's this on again?
Chill attack res was on Spring Est.
Oh, that is sad. That is. Ooh, okay. Spring S is pretty damn good, guys. That's a thing.
Yeah.
My
Kind of ironic killer for Veronica.
Right. My honest suggestion for Veronica is to run Renewal because you need to heal back up to 75% to get those extra stats. You're not one-shotting. I'm sorry. You get pretty close a lot of times. Against blues, I guess you'll one-shot, but it's not an entire team of blues you're facing, so...
You should one-shot the majority of greens. That's what now? If Folnir's egg is 5, or is it 4?
4. Here's another 4. Here's another 6.
54,
Here's another 5.
60, 64, 69. Nice. 74. If you're buffed, you might be able to one-shot some greens.
I know you might one-shot some heroes, but you're pushing it because whenever blue heroes, sure, but everything else, if you take any sort of damage, you're just losing this egg.
You need
just
a healer.
Yeah, you need to run over healer otherwise. That's why I generally suggest Renewal. It's the easiest thing to do.
Or Mystic Boost.
Mystic Boost is a bit iffy because if you get knocked below 75%, you actually can't heal back in anyways. You'll need somebody else to heal you.
Yeah. Renewal, if you can stall. So I'd probably just put that on the seal, honestly, because it's a little less expensive.
Mystic Boost works regardless of your health level.
No, it's the
No,
fact
you
that
will be
Mystic
knocked
Boost
out the
won't
egg.
heal enough.
Yeah.
Oh. Fair enough.
It can happen.
Yeah, once
I
you're
mean,
knocked out of the egg, you realistically wouldn't get back in.
Yeah. Well,
Got it.
so that's 10 damage to get knocked out of egg. So you can have about 23 HP. So you can take 17 damage at most. Get
Which is pushing it, because she has 17 defense and 26 res.
30 res with that full mirror's egg.
Oh, well, true, yeah. Still...
You could make that work.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I still remember players trying so hard to keep the egg active.
It is a big struggle. I'd renewal stall or devote a healer to Veronica to make that work.
Yeah. If you can do that.
Egg is good, but you need that healing.
And honestly, all of that trouble just to get +4 to all stats and +3 at base, it's so much work. I love Veronica. I found her so adorable, but once I got Flying Nino, I was just like, well, there's no real need for her anymore.
Like, I didn't get Veronica until recently, but at the time she came out, the main thing that she was good for was one fight. After that, very rarely would she be much of a threat.
No, the main thing she was
Granted,
good for was
even-
green dual flying.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Granted, you still hit a solid 55 speed, regardless of what's going on here. But if you're not running a healer, then you're not running at your full potential, to which I'd say you probably could just switch your weapon. But that's the hard part, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no good green tomes. Like, there's no roar fall.
Madness Buns.
So here's the maximum amount of respect, because there are a ton of Tempest Trials heroes you would want a +10. Tobin kind of pushing it. Before we were just happy he had effect against armor and we just used him in Arena Assault. But some people were actual Tobin fans and they actually try to make Tobin work. My favorite Tobin build of all time was the Steady Breath QR build with like fast bonfires or something like that. It was really interesting. But yeah, outside of that, I hadn't seen Tobin in like years. So this is the first time in years. With 40 +10, it's 56 HP, 58 attack, 38 speed, 43 defense, 36 res. Jubilant Blade, I am conflicted about this. I think it's awesome because it remained effective against armors, but that's about it. Because at start of combat, if units max HP is over foes, HP +1 grants attack, speed, defense, res +4 to unit during combat. In other words,
It's so easy.
it's very easy to trigger. Yes, because it's if units max HP is over foes HP. It's not if units HP over foes HP. In other words, you can take damage, you can still trigger. So it effectively became armor slaying weapon with +4 to all stats. Is really what it became, which is kind of simple, but yeah.
Yep. The special effect for this refine is the same as the special effect for Virion's refine.
Correct. Where both of them have extremely high HP stats. And
Yes.
given that Tobin gets the plus HP, plus 3 HP, he becomes competitive enough where even at lower merges, the majority of armors will still get hit, making him basically just, in most combats, a flat plus 4 to every stat, no matter what. So, for all intents and purposes, I tend to look at Tobin as having that buff,
Yep,
regardless.
I agree.
Especially with Dark Blessings.
Wow, Suit.
So I made it to the free summon at 40 and I have 4F. Lion. I have a HP at KHP, SPD, SPD Rees and neuter live Vs from the free summon at 40. I know the best option would be to merge on.
Okay. He says, I know the best option would be to merge onto the neutral one, but that plus attack is looking too nice to me.
Take the attack.
So-
Honestly, Leon wants to kill.
Yeah.
His bulk, you can argue that his bulk can be, you can make it like Lysithea tanking levels.
Wait,
but
why-
just kill.
Why are you thinking, what? He
wouldn't
says,
do
I know the
neutral.
best option would be to merge into the neutral one. Why would you figure
wouldn't
that? No, it's plus attack.
Don't get me wrong. Neutral merge is good. Just go plus attack.
Neutral
please.
merge is good, especially in this case, but you got plus attack. If you had everything else, I would consider neutral merge, but you have plus attack. That's the best IV. Take it.
Yeah, no. He can tank just about anything. He needs to just kill.
He just needs to kill, preferably in one shot. So plus attack.
Yeah. Good Leon though. Congratulations.
All right. Almost.
So with considerations to Jubilant Blade, that'd be 62 attack, 42 speed, 47 defense, and 40 res.
Yep, this actually becomes really powerful because hitting 42 speed is a big deal, and with Fury 4 and Wrath getting you fast Ruptured Skies, and then of course you can, if you burn your attack, burn your HP down low enough, you get into Brazen Attack Res, which takes you into what, 69 attack?
69. Nice.
Yep.
So yeah, you have 69 attack, hitting with Wrath boosted Ruptured Skies. Like that's an extra 15, let's say like 12 damage, 22 damage Ruptured Sky, let's say, on top of 69 attack. You'll one-shot, especially if you have effective bow, most foes.
Yep. The best thing about him, again, effective against armor. That is so valuable. It doesn't quantify into his stats, but it's so valuable.
That is why he was always such a good check, because Armor Smasher is always good.
Yep.
And now he is... I think that there isn't much of anything he won't one-shot. I mean, if you think about it, for reference, plus attack Rudolph plus 10 would have 66 attack. At base, Tobin has 62. You give him an attack buff, he could actually potentially beat out Rudolph.
Yep. Well,
And he will win an HP.
Right, but here's the thing. To truly get the full usage out of Tobin, maxing him out is kind of necessary. That HP part is huge.
Everything on him is good. All of Tobin's stats are good.
Mhm.
But you need those HP merges most of all.
Yeah. So that was the reason why I wasn't the biggest fan of Jubilant Blade, because the commitment to get it to work really well was either you max him out, or you start using your A and your seal slot for HP, in which case you're giving up other stats to do so.
I mean, even at +1, that's still okay enough, where unrefined armors, like for example, Winter Sothis, I think it's 51 HP plus 10 with max Dragon Flowers.
No,
like
I
that.
get it. We had this
Yeah.
we had this talk before as well. I get it. But
Yeah.
you're really
But if you want to go against everything, you're gonna want more HP.
yeah. Like he doesn't shine until you do this essentially. Because at this point, yeah, I like everything about Tobin. But at no merges, it's a hard sell for me.
Yeah, same here. That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But for anybody who does commit to Tobin, this refine is amazing for them.
Right. So yeah, great job maximizing Tobin. I'm really happy that somebody out there did this. We talked about
Me
it,
too.
but I wasn't sure if anyone would ever do it. But